Okay, and our last presentation tonight is David Robustelli. He's the founder and CEO of Twibfy. Twibfy or Twibfy? I always ask you that.
Let's say Twibfy.
Twibfy. Today is Twibfy. Right on. And David was on our stage 8 months ago or so, maybe?
Back in August?
Back in August. So there's some updates on Twibfy.
Some new stuff and just showing how far we got, and we get a lot of feedback of our users.
Cool.
Since August, we get a lot of feedback of our users, and we're here to show you where we're at right now.
Excellent. So whenever you're ready, I'll start the clock, Dave.
Yeah, 1 second. And there it is.
Ready to roll?
Right. 1 sec, I have to change the resolution. Okay. Okay, so Twibfy. We launched here back in August with Twibfy, which is a visual platform to get inspiring content, visual content. And what we're trying to do here, we are focusing on the creative community. And we actually took the social aspect of sites as Pinterest and WeHeartIt, and we're trying to combine it with sites as Pinterest or as Behance, Dribble, design inspirations for the content aspect. So let me show you how it works. The main goal we're trying to achieve is to improve the search for when you're like a designer or a photographer and you need inspiration. When you go to Google Images, for instance, you have to go to a lot of content before you might reach that one picture you're looking for, one piece of design you're looking for. So what we're actually doing with Twibfy is curating content. And we've added our own UI to make it as easy as possible for users to get the content they're looking for. So I think the best way to show you what we're trying to achieve is to show the search. For instance, when you arrive on the homepage, the first thing you will see is a random feed of images. This is all curated. So every image you see here is picked by our staff, which means there's a specific quality style. Specific guidelines for content which is approved by our staff. So for instance, if I want to be inspired by, let's say, design, and it should be red, so we also made the search semantic. I search for red design. And then there's a feed of images which are all tagged with red or design. So what we also did, we written an algorithm which takes the colors of each image, you can see it here, and it places it into a palette of 32 colors. So what we're trying to do here is, for instance, if you compare it to Google, and if you look for red design, you can see a very big difference content-wise. And the difference we're trying to achieve here is to focus very much on these people who have to be inspired on a high-quality scale. For instance, if you're looking here for let's say, jewelry, and you can compare that with what you find here when you're looking for jewelry. You'll see a very big difference, right? This is all more photography, more, kind of a style we're trying to provide to our users. So basically what we're doing is we're trying to get a lot of work out of the hands of designers, of the creative community, or the creative community in general, just people who are looking for inspiration, visual, and you obviously don't have a lot of time when you're in your work, and this is just an easy way to already have filtered content without filtering it yourself. Apart from the search, we are using a user interface which makes it very easy to actually share your content or collect it. For instance, you can just drag anything, share it with your friends on Facebook, where you're logged in with Facebook, or you can share it on any other social networks. You can just share it to your existing collections, or make a new collection with it. So the basic thing is making visual content as accessible as possible for anyone who needs it and who is actually within the creative field. Let me see. Yeah, so basically, that's actually what I wanted to show. The most important thing is here the whole search. Every image, for instance, has been tagged. And this is also how the semantic search works. For example, here you see city, sunset, fog, and you will get some suggestions based on those tags. And you will also see when an image is within a specific collection, and you can get that's how we're trying to interact, to have users interact with the content, engage with it, and also having them share the content on a very easy way, without having to first, for example, use your right mouse button to download to your computer. We're just trying to make everything easier. For instance, you can just click this one, and it will be added to your desktop. Very easy. So the whole user experience we're trying to do here is make visual content, high-quality visual content, as accessible as possible for users within the creative community, and filter the content without them having to filter it, and which will speed up your search in a way you will not have it when you're browsing Pinterest or you're browsing WeHearted or when you're browsing Behance or something. So that's our platform.
Nice work, David. Thank you.
What's the licensing on the images? Like, is this just to be inspiration, or is there some other uses?
For now, it works the same as other visual inspiration sites, except for Flickr, where the content really is licensed by the photographers. We're not claiming any rights of any image. We also always visit back to the original source. So if you click this link, you will be linked back to where we got the picture from. So in this case, it's Flickr. So we do not own any rights of the images. We are developing a marketplace also, where people can upload their own content and also sell it instantly through the platform. So no licensing at all right now.
Hi. So the tagging is handled by the source site, like Flickr. Do you pull it automatically, or do you do it yourself?
No, the tagging is handled by the user. All content you see is user generated. So people can just upload stuff. For instance, if you go to...
But if I upload it on Flickr, then do you pull my existing tags, or do I have to tag again on
No,
Twibfy?
You have to tag it again. Yeah.
Hands up high
Anyone
with
else?
questions. Come on, somebody in the back of the room, make me work for it. Are you for real?
Yeah, it's open. Oh, sorry.
How do you make money?
Yeah, monetizing. I'll show you how we're doing that. We're not going to show any banners at all, because the end user for us is the most important thing. So what we're trying to do is make sponsored content relevant for the user. For instance, this image has been we're working with blogs together. For instance, this image has been uploaded by Fancy. And what we're doing then here, if someone finds it interesting, he wants to visit the source, and links back instantly to the place where you can actually buy that product or that piece of art. And then you can work on CPC or CPM base or based on lead. We can fire a cookie. We can keep it active for 30 days. And when it gets sold, we know that the user was actually generated by us. That's the way to generate it.
Somebody flagged that?
Sorry?
This was inappropriate? Somebody thought that was inappropriate?
Is it flagged?
No.
No. What do you mean this? No, if I click it now, it's flagged.
Questions? So just real quick, David, you are from the Netherlands?
Yeah.
And you're making a go of it here?
Yeah, we're talking with investors and incubators to be based here, because Netherlands is way too small to reach the people we are trying to reach. So we're looking for an incubator to settle here for a couple of months, reach the right people, and follow our program. Yeah.
Right on. You're on the right path.
Cool.
How many new images are you adding every day?
About 50 to 100 a day. Yeah. We're now on 40K. Yeah.
How do you ensure the quality of the pictures? Are they hand curated, or
Sorry?
How do you ensure the quality of the pictures? Are they
it's hand curated. Yeah, and for now we have an own staff who does that because it's doable. I mean, 50 to 100 images is doable a day, and when it gets more, first of all, I see it as a luxury problem, and second of all, we have the idea of doing it the same way Wikipedia does it, and selecting people within the community to curate a specific feed, for instance, design or photography or something like that. So that's why of scaling it.
As I understand it, the people submitting the images have to upload them to your website separately. So what is the incentive for the content providers to do so?
First of all, they can collect images they like from anywhere from around the web without saving it to their desktop. For instance, if you are on, I want to quickly show you this. We have a plugin which makes it very easy. For example, I can just drag this, I can drop it here, and instantly add it to my profile without leaving the specific site. So you have a cloud where you can collect your own inspiration. And second of all, if you're a photographer and you get staff picked, it would generate extra exposure because it will be featured on the homepage. So exposure and the easiness of having it added to a cloud without leaving any web page. That's basically the incentive for users.
David, if everything's hand curated, how do you plan to scale up?
Yeah, that's also what the gentleman there asked. We're trying to do it the same way as Wikipedia does it, and there's a very big creative community who would like to be respected, and who find it very interested to curate a specific feed, and maybe they can get privileges where they can also get their own content staff picked right away. So that's the idea.
In the same vein of human curating, how are you going to differentiate porn from art, for example?
Sorry, what from art?
Are you going to filter porn, and if so, how are you going to filter it out?
No, because
how are you going to distinguish porn from art?
Yeah, that's a good question. But the thing is, we have our own. Yeah, we have our own kind of style we're following. That's very important. You see the style we are communicating. It's way different than other platforms. And if you don't like it, you should be visiting other platforms. So we decide if something is porn or if it's art.
You decide.
We decide, yeah.
Not the community.
Sorry?
Not the community.
No. Yeah, well, if they like the style, they're actually also deciding, but because then they have the same taste as we do. So. Yeah.
So is a naked human form allowable, or it depends how naked?
Well, you can maybe see some nipples or so, but no.
Nipples are cool.
I mean, if it's inspiring in a creative way, and if it's not like,
What if it's like a U.S. Airlines jet plane?
Yeah, that's a whole other story. It's creative, so might be allowed.
Some call that art, I don't know.
So, and yeah, we have also a fully developed iOS app, which is synchronized with your web profile. So it's free, check it out. So.
Right on. Cool. Thank you, David. Yeah. Nice work. All right, guys.